Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariola. If you've been here before, we actually did a lot of Christmas baking about 2 years ago, but unfortunately life has gotten in the way and it's gotten very busy. But if you haven't been here before, you can go ahead and check out these videos because I'm very excited to bring to you today, in my opinion, one of the best Christmas cookies we have ever made, and it has become a family staple. So it is called chocolate Mexican wedding cakes. About 2 years ago, we did a little bit of research of what holidays around the world looks like and what their Christmas cookies are like. And we found these and we're kind of surprised because we are part Mexican and had never heard of them, but they are generally one of the best ones. So I am super excited to bring these to you today. So let's get into the video. First, we're going to add 1 cup of softened butter and 1 cup of confectioner's sugar in a large bowl, and then we're going to cream it together until it is light and fluffy. As you'll see, it's going to start out really clumpy in the beginning, and it's honestly going to take you a couple of seconds, if not almost a minute, of beating it at medium or high speed for it to start getting light and fluffy. So don't panic, because I definitely did, but just trust the process. It will become light and fluffy, I promise. As you keep mixing, add 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour. I put the speed down a little bit so that way it didn't go too crazy, even though it kind of did, and it took us a little bit to just gradually incorporate it to the mixture. Also, it's going to start getting clumpy again, but once again, just trust the process. Then you're going to add 1/4 cup of baking cocoa. As you can see, it's going to go from super light to super dark really quickly, and it just looks so delicious. You also need to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And we kind of forgot it has to be done at the beginning, but you also have to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, which we eventually do, as you can see. As you can see, I told you it was going to be smoother, but of course, the more I move around, it's just going to start getting clumpier. But eventually, the last ingredient that we have to throw in is 1 1/4 cup of finely chopped pecans or almonds. We usually do it with pecans and we love it. This time around we didn't have any, so we went with almonds, and I must say it was just as delicious. But if you're kind of partial to pecans, go for the pecans or pecans, I don't know. When you're done mixing it all together, this is how the mixture will look like. As I said, kind of smooth, very delicious, and then you just have to start preparing the cookies. They have to be 2 inches apart. As you see, we're going to start moving them around like crazy because we were trying to fit it all in one sheet, but that was impossible. So then we just eventually did 2 different sheets and baked them separately just to make sure that they were fully cooked. But the dough has to be then 1-inch balls, and as I said, 2 inches apart because they do kind of grow a little bit. Once you're done, it's time to head over to the oven, which has been preheating at 325 degrees. Now, the recipe calls for 12 to 14 minutes of baking, but because my parents' oven is kind of crazy, we had to add 15 minutes, and I think at the end, I had to add 2 more minutes, but usually, just so you know, it's 12 to 14 minutes. And as soon as they come out, you have to let them cool. Right now, I'm trying to show you what not to do. Definitely don't try to add the mixture as soon as it comes out of the oven, not even 10 minutes after. These were standing there for 10 minutes and they still weren't cool enough. But the correct way of doing this is going to be after you let it cool on a cooling rack for about 15-20 minutes, you are going to roll them in a bowl of 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and a little bit of, well, actually a lot of it, of confectioner's sugar. And then you're just going to try to cover them up as much as you can. As you saw, if you were to do it when it's still not totally warm, they're going to crumble, and also they are not going to stick, and it's going to be very weird. But if you let them cool down a little bit, they will be somewhat covered. I still didn't get them completely covered as they usually are in pictures, but granted, we don't like them fully covered, so it depends on what you want, I guess. And these are our Mexican wedding cake cookies all done. I'm super excited to try them out. Honestly, I didn't do a taste test nor any review because, as I said, we've had these so many times before, so this was just reconfirming that they're still as good as we did it the first time, especially since we used almonds this time, not the pecans. But I just wanted to share this recipe with you guys. It gets 4 out of 4 happy dances from me, one of the best ones, and everybody in my family tried them afterwards, and they agree they are just as good. So thank you so much for joining me. If you try these out, let me know how it goes, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!